Dear students, this is MA final class of paper 9th A, that is Women's Writing. And in this paper, we have to study women writers from different parts of the world. Actually, women's writing is a relatively recent category of scholarly interest. There are many women writers all over the world who are voicing the difference between perception of a man, or say male writers, and perception of women or female writers. And this difference makes all the difference, because obviously women write differently from men as they write for themselves. Now the question is, do women see differently? Do they feel and think differently? Or do they write a different language? What difference has women's writing made to our world? The discourse of women's writing has answered these questions by bringing new terms, concepts, perspectives and theories which deserves serious academic attention. And the most common theory or approach to study and analyze literary works by women writers is feminism. Today, we all know that feminism has occupied the center stage as the most powerful and characteristic form of literary expression. Women writers raise their pen in protest for the other half of the world's population. दुनिया की आधी आबादी यानी औरत के हक में, उसके अधिकारों के लिए, उसकी स्वतंत्रता के लिए विमेन राइटर्स ने लिखना शुरू किया. Women who constitutes half of the world's population are paradoxically not treated at par with men in all spheres of human life. They are oppressed, suppressed, and marginalized in the matter of sharing the available opportunities for fulfillment of their lives. Despite the fact that every woman works hard, she slaves for the development of a family, her husband, and children. This disturbing picture of women is not something new or unique. And moreover, this is the predicament of women all over the world. The scene is same. Now, to highlight this gender inequality and to show the patriarchal attitude or mindset of our society, I am reciting a few lines from a nursery rhyme. So listen carefully. It's like this. What are little girls made of? What are little girls made of? Sugar and spice and all things nice. That's what little girls are made of. What are little boys made of? Slugs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. That's what little boys are made of. Students, this charming little rhyme, nursery rhyme, fed to generations of young minds, very explicitly indicates the lopsidedness of a culture in which men and women have been segregated. It portrays that they are different means unequal, and this way it forms the basis of the patriarchal attitude which has been reinforcing discrimination against women. So, this is the scenario we can conclude which gave rise to feminism. Now, next important thing to be discussed is that what is feminism? The term feminism can be used to describe a political, cultural, or economic movement aimed at establishing equal rights and legal protection for women. Feminism involves political and sociological theories and philosophies concerned with issues of gender difference, as well as a movement that advocates gender equality for women and campaigns for women's rights and interests. Next, if we talk about history of feminism, it can be divided into three waves. The first feminist wave was in the 19th and early 20th centuries. It refers mainly to women's suffrage movements of the 19th and early 20th centuries. Then the second wave was in the 1960s and 1970s, and it refers to the ideas and actions associated with the women's liberation movement and campaigned for legal and social rights for women. And the third wave extends from the 1990s to the present, and it refers to a continuation of and a reaction to the perceived failures of second wave of feminism beginning in the 1990s. Thus, we see that although women's writing is wider in its scope than feminist writing, it has given an important impetus to the writing and analysis of literary texts. Students, today I have given you a brief introduction to women's writing, what it means, and how feminism as a critical approach gave impetus to women's writing. In our next class, I'll introduce you to famous women writer Imtiaz Dharkar. Till then, keep reading. Thank you.